E aí, pessoal, estamos aqui com o Sven Denecken, que é o vice-presidente global de soluções cloud e de co-inovação da SAP. Nós estamos no SAP Labs Latinoamérica e o Sven tirou esse tempinho agora para conversar com a gente sobre soluções cloud. Então, Sven, há quanto tempo tu trabalha na SAP?
Actually, I'm now with SAP directly 8 years, but I was working for a development company of SAP 8 years before, so you could argue it's a long time in this ecosystem.
Uhum. Você já esteve no Brasil anteriormente?
Oh yeah, I love Brazil. Actually, I've been privately here, I've been for business here, and personally, I lived 5 years in South America when I was young. So, you know, my Spanish is better than my Portuguese, but with 2 caipirinhas, I'm fluent.
Okay, that's nice. And which are some words in Portuguese that you know? That's it.
Bom dia.
Oh,
Tudo bem?
That's nice. Qual é a estratégia da SAP para soluções cloud?
So first of all, I think we need to understand what cloud does stand for. For me personally, for our strategy, cloud is, I think, a delivery methodology which enables fast innovation. Actually, it reduces the distance between someone who has an idea and codes it and someone who uses it. I think that's the biggest advantage I personally see for developers in that technology. And clearly enough, you can really get stuff out fast. You get reactions very fast. And I think it's ultimately the perfect vehicle to discuss innovation and get innovations to market.
Okay. E qual é o impacto legal de ter esses data centers cloud ao redor do mundo?
Currently, the topic around security and legal in cloud for me is mainly discussed around security of access, which is an important topic. Actually, we run currently 16 data centers globally, planned end of 2020. And we run them in a very high secure manner, even to the fact this is our main delivery methodology. I don't care if it's a public cloud solution or a private cloud solution, but we run serious business in those data centers. Interesting enough, we can invest sometimes more than customers can. But I think that the discussion around security is limited only to that access security. I think there are 2 more topics that I, in co-innovation, talk with every customer you should check. And the second, next to access, is the question, where is my data? Can I construct a solution where an amount of my data still stays with me? You know, it could be legal reasons, could be gut feeling, and a part of the data goes to the cloud in a tokenized form and then comes back. And we see those situations happening more and more, where the combination of the data flow, well, of course, starts in on-premise, goes to cloud, touches a mobile device, and comes back. And that reality really needs to be taken care of. And number 3 for me is the portability of data. I have a cloud service A today, and maybe want to use cloud service B tomorrow or go back to on-premise. Does my provider allow that? So I think there are some qualities around that topic security, and I just blogged on our developer network SDN about that a couple of months ago. I believe already. I want to look that up. That those qualities of security, that checklist is something I want everyone, either developer to respect, partners who code to respect, and customers to help.
Certo. E para o desenvolvedor, qual é o impacto de usar soluções cloud da SAP? Tem muito que aprender ou é mais ou menos a mesma coisa que eles já estavam acostumados?
So first of all, I'm not only a strategist, I'm doing a lot of co-innovation, so I talk with those guys and see what is happening. For me, I think it comes down to the 2 clever people can do more or the same that you were 5 years ago, you needed entire enterprises for, you know, due to the infrastructure, due to the reach. Today, I really can start to crank out a product fast, get fast feedback, get fast growth, have a global reach. And that's exactly what I see as is much, much better than before. You know, technology is not so complex in the cloud. The way how to develop an application is much more seamless than it's ever been before. The trick is, how do I get the reach? How do I get my feedback? This is where I think co-innovation comes in, because co-innovation leads to co-validation. And today, if I'm a clever student working on a platform as a service, developing an app, with a vendor who has that global reach, I really get that fast. And again, let's not forget what I said before. It's the distance between me and the end user is much, much closer.
Okay. Isso é legal. E a SAP é conhecida por soluções para grandes empresas, mas a SAP possui também soluções para startups, para pequenas empresas?
So first of all, we currently have more than 260,000 customers at the company, but it's amazing. But what people sometimes forget is that more than half of that are small, medium enterprises. So basically, if you look at the reality today, even large companies sit on shoulders of smaller partners, suppliers, and a network of companies. And if you really want to run a substantial business, even as a large client, you need to understand that network economy. Now back to your question of startups, we today run more than 1,500 startups on our platform as a service offering, which we call the HANA Cloud Platform. And the reason is they bet on that platform not only because of the technology, not only because it's easy to access, just go to our software developer network where we gather 3 million people, meanwhile, experts, get your free license, start to build that. It's also what usually startups forget is when you're successful, what is the next step? How do you get to a global reach? How do I reach to those large clients which actually I want to sell business to? How do I manage a process now on a global scale? You can get very successful at the beginning, but then if you want to scale your business. So we have those startups because they like the technology, they like the innovation of the technology, but they also understand they're sitting on shoulders of a very stable platform.
E aqueles negócios que são um pouco mais conservadores com relação a problemas de segurança, por exemplo, bancos, você acha que eles vão se adaptar a soluções cloud?
So the adoption of cloud usually goes in waves in the sense of certain regions are before others, certain industries are before others. I think those barriers are going down significantly. And even let's take the industries you mentioned. The banking industry runs a financial service network actually in the cloud together with us. It was a co-innovation development of large banks for a financial service network because those banks understand or take the topic about, what is the customer of the bank? It's actually in the future a millennial or Generation Z. The complete different expectations to a bank. And this is where they see that the speed of innovation, the way how they interact, the social collaboration, the mobility, and delivering that fast via the cloud is a necessity. So those lines are blurring, those industries are changing. Of course, it takes time, it takes discussion. And of course, you better run your financial service network securely.
Uma curiosidade não relacionada com cloud. Tu acha que o e-mail vai realmente morrer um dia?
I think this can happen in the future.
I like that question because basically if I show my son a telephone which is a dial, he doesn't really understand what this dial thing was for. If you go a step further, a colleague of mine was lately with his daughter walking through the city and you still had those phone booths and she asked him, what is this for? He said, for making a call. You mean I'm standing with my iPhone so I don't get wet? So I think those things are changing. Now the topic is, of course, it's a challenge for the provider, it's a challenge for will we still have those services because a battery of a smartphone can die pretty soon. Mm-hmm. So I'm happy to have it. My point is, of course you will see less. I don't think nor email will go away, nor phones will go away. But if I look what those smartphones have disrupted businesses and what's brought to me, I'm more conservative I would be in the camera business or in the payment business than in the phone business. I think making a call, unfortunately, to be honest, is one of the features less used on a smartphone, I would argue. But again, I still get too much emails, so I would love to have other forms of communication. So why I like this form.
E qual é a tua principal mensagem para desenvolvedores, empreendedores que estão interessados na cloud?
Don't underestimate the power that you meanwhile have if you go to a true platform as a service model. Go there with your peers. Make sure that you not only understand the technology, but also the business outcome you want to solve. So I mean by that, also opt for a platform which is not only looking mainly at technology, or a platform which is just looking at a niche, I think a platform like we want and pulling it off is looking at a lot of business potential. It is basically a business process engine which can run entire companies. Now, of course, if I'm a startup, if I'm a developer, I have my focus area, which I'm very passionate about, and I should be. But soon I realized I need other functions, I need data from other areas. Now I have the coolest idea here, but I realized I need financial data, HR data. So better go into a platform that allows me to start anywhere and go everywhere. Because that's at the end of the day, which is going to make me successful in the market. And this is how I would like to see our platform as a service. Of course, I want to develop in Eclipse and Java, because I maybe don't want to develop in Java. But maybe I realize that my biggest customer is using that backend, so why not that knowledge? So luckily, on a software developer network, I find some dudes who can help me with that. So the platform also needs really an organic ecosystem to help. And this is, I think, as a developer, yes, cloud, yes, platform, but look at the outcomes. Look at how you want to scale your business. Look how you want to impact the world with really substantial, not only apps who look nice on an iPad, really something that is powerful and meaningful.
E qual é o melhor lugar para buscar mais informações sobre a cloud da SAP?
So I would go to sdn.sap.com and then look for the HANA Cloud platform, sign up for the trial, and get connected with the more than 3 million people out there, and let yourself be challenged by the idea you have. And let's be amazed about the power of innovation of the platform underneath. So either you do something predictive, either you do something with huge amount of data, either you do something, with geospatial, like, geolocation is a big influence. If you want to do something with Internet of Things, it's all there. Sometimes it sounds like a secret. It should be now. Go out there and do amazing things.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure, Sven.
É isso aí, pessoal. Obrigado por ter assistido esse vídeo. E para mais informações sobre cloud ou sobre tecnologias de ponta, fique ligado em pletax.com.